actually mahirap po siyang i-relive kasi masyado siyang traumatic. But for the sake of transparency and for the sake of revealing the truth of what really transpired, kailangan po namin sabihin, although traumatic po ito sa amin, no? Ako po, as soon as I boarded the boat together with my client and her brother, natulog po ako agad. I did not wait long. Hindi ko inantay na pumalaot na yung barko. Natulog na po ako kagad because maghihiring po ako the following day sana sa Holo. So I have to get enough rest. Natulog na po ako kaagad. At around 1 o'clock in the morning or in the evening, ginising na po ako ng kapatid ng aking kliyente. Nagsisigaw siya at nagsasabi, gumising kayo at tumagilid yung barko. Nagsisigaw-sigaw siya, life jacket, life jacket. So through him, kami lahat, 5 kami, including her 2 sisters and their aunt and myself, nagkaroon kami lahat ng life jackets, no, kanya-kanyang life jackets. And then, agad-agad kami lumabas ng yung accommodation namin sa aircon. Because we were thinking if the boat eventually turns turtle or capsize, baka maipit kami doon sa loob ng aircon, air condition area. So, lumabas kami, and because tumagilid na yung barko to the right, lahat kami ng mga pasahero, we rush to the other side dito sa left, hoping to balance to maintain the balance of the boat. So, tumakbo ang barko at na ganun ang position for about 10 minutes. When I realized na talagang the boat was tilting precariously, tumawag po ako sa isang kasama ko na Muslim lawyer from Basilan, si Attorney Faigdar, who is also a sitting board member of Basilan Province. So I called him up, sabi ko, buti nakasagot siya agad. Sabi ko, Panyero, nasa Basilan waters kami, I'm supposed to be bound for Holo, but may problema ka ko ang barko. I think the boat will sink. So, paki-alert ka ko ang Philippine Coast Guard. Yan. Sabi niya, sige, automatic, Panyero, ingat kayo dyan. As soon as I have called him, ako nag-relax na ako. I left everything to the creator. Sabi ko, kayo na po ang bahala. So, alhamdulillah, I did not panic. Pero yung kliyente ko, when we left the air condition section, paglabas namin doon sa railing, nagkahiwalay po kami. Napunta sila sa left side, ako nasa right side. The brother of my client kept on calling me. Sabi niya, attorney. Sabi ko, I'm okay, nandito lang ako, but I cannot go to them, to their place, kasi marami na ring tao marami na ring tao in between us. So, I did not insist. Mag-relax na lang ako doon at tumayo. After around 10 minutes, since we position ourselves in the other side of the boat, about 10 minutes, may narinig akong malakas na tunog na para bang merong tawag dito, merong nag-snap. Parang may nag-snap. After that, suddenly nag-capsize na po yung barko to the right. It turned turtle to the right at nag-ano na po. Because ako kasi I was raised in Tawi-Tawi, it's an island province. Sanay ako sa mga ganyan na situation. So I did not panic. Pumunta ako nung paano na mag-capsize na yung barko. Trinay ko pa na pumunta doon sa highest point ng barko na hindi pa lumulubog. No. Pero bago pa ako makaabot doon, the boat totally sunk. Nagano na siya. So I was forced to swim. Luckily, parang napunta ako sa isang group of passengers na nakahawak doon, nakasakay sa isang lifeboat. Merong lifeboat doon. So, doon kami nagkumpul-kumpul lahat. Doon kami nagkumpul-kumpul until um, nagano kami, nagkumpul-kumpul kami doon. May mga iba, merong to my right, merong Tagalog speaking na dalawang lalaki na Tagalog speaking. Sumakay sila doon sa lifeboat. Maski crowded na yung lifeboat, sila pinilit nila sumakay doon. So yung lifeboat also capsized, no? So that was the time sabi ko, mag-agawan ito sa lifeboat. Ako actually tahimik lang ako, pero because of that incident, sabi ko I have to step up. Ako ang nag-lead doon sa cluster namin, sa group namin. Sabi ko, huwag kayo magpanik. Walang mangyayari kako sa atin. Before the boat, sabi ko, lumubog, I was able to call a board member from Basilan. So sigurado ako, sabi ko, parating na yung rescue team. Antayin lang natin. Let us hold on. Huwag na tayo sumakay dyan sa lifeboat na yan. Humawak na lang tayo para hindi lang tayo i-anod no, ng current. To. Kasi medyo may kalakasan din ang current. No? But good for us, the water was totally calm. Contrary sa announcement sa sinabi ng Philippine Coast Guard na medyo maalon, hindi po totoo yun. Lumakas po ang alon bandang 4:30 na when the rescue boat, yung third rescue boat has already arrived. Doon pa po lumakas ang alon. Probably yun yung basihan ng Philippine Coast Guard na sinasabi nila na medyo maalon. Ano? Palutang-lutang po kami sa dagat for more than 3 years. I mean 3 hours. More than 3 hours. Kung talaga pong malakas ang alon, wala po sigurong magso-survive ni isa sa amin. I consider myself a good swimmer, pero kung malakas ang alon, maski po siguro Olympic swimmer, hindi siya tatagal ng 3 oras kung malakas ang alon. Yun po. So, ang nakakapanghina lang po, nakakainis talaga, despite my call sa aking kaibigan at 1:04 in the morning, and he has alerted Marina and Philippine Coast Guard, Maritime and Philippine Coast Guard, but help arrived, the first rescue boat arrived at around 3 plus in the morning. Alam ko po ang oras because hawak-hawak po lahat ng gamit ko, including my cellphone. So, pati yung aking iWatch. So, napapansin ko kung anong oras. Pansin ko kung anong oras. So, around 3 plus, kasi 3 o'clock when I look at my wristwatch, wala pa ho yung rescue team. So definitely dumating ang rescue team past 3 o'clock. Ang estimate ko around mga 3:15, 3:20, mga ganyang ano po. Nagtataka po ako. Alam ko naman hindi kami pababayaan ni board member Faigdar, pero bakit ang tagal ng rescue team dumating? Ano? The third, tapos yung dalawang rescue team po na dumating, inuna nila yung mga bata at mga babae, women and children, mga inuna nila na isolated, mga individuals umiikot-ikot doon sa amin, adrift for how many hours. Kami na mga nagkukumpul-kumpul sa 3 lifeboat or life raft, malayo pa sa amin yung dalawang rescue boat. In fact, they have been there for around 30 minutes siguro. Malayo pa rin sa amin. Alhamdulillah, dumating yung third rescue boat, which is a fast craft of the same shipping lines, yung Allison, no? Doon kami nakasakay sa fast craft na yon. Unfortunately, yung fast craft, hindi siya designed for rescue. So walang hagdanan. As far as I have observed, isa lang yung bilog na salbabida. Isa lang yung tinatapon sa amin. So lahat kami talagang we boarded the boat on our own. Kami na mismo ang lumangoy doon papunta sa fast craft. Sa totoo lang ako, muntik na po ako, muntik na ako i-anod actually kasi lumakas na yung current nung mga oras na yon. Malakas na yung current. So, in fact, nagkaroon pa ako ng sugat sa aking right arm. If you can see, ito, I sustained this wound when I was already boarding the fast craft nung nag-rescue sa amin. Oh. Sa totoo lang, may isa kaming kasama na lumangoy doon papunta sa fast craft, but eventually nung naka-board siya, siguro he must have spent his remaining energy. Nung nakasampa siya sa barko, sa fast craft, wala na po siyang hininga. Wala na siyang malay. The officers of Philippine Coast Guard on board that fast craft, they tried to resuscitate him pero he was already gone. So, yun po yung ako personally, yun po ang traumatic sa akin eh. And saka yung aking kliyente at yung kanyang 77-year-old na auntie, nawala po sila pareho. I mean, namatay yung aking kliyente, her body has been recovered. Yung auntie niya is still missing up to now. Missing pa rin po. So, napakakawawa po talaga yung mga ibang pasahero, lalo na yung mga bata at mga matatanda. Yung in your screen, yung fina-flash po ninyo na video, obvious naman po dyan na talagang kalmado ang tubig. I do not know, I do not understand the audacity of Philippine Coast Guard to declare in the open that we sank because of maalon, probably maalon o medyo maalon. I do not understand these people. Why are they so quick to declare na natural calamity, malakas ang alon, samantalang ang bagal-bagal ng kanilang response? Para sa akin po, yung 3 hours na response time, considering that we were so close to Basilan, for me, that is totally unacceptable. Hindi po. Several lives could have been saved kung dumating po ng maaga ang Philippine Coast Guard. Ito po, this is something that I want the whole nation to understand. The rescue boat that arrived, yung first two, they are not fast craft. They are slow-moving vehicle. Transportation. Ang tingin ko nga, yung isa is parang siya, it's either a cargo ship or a fishing vessel. Kaya siguro, that explains why it took them 3 hours to reach us. Ang tanong ko po, nasaan yung fast craft ng Philippine Coast Guard? Nasaan yung fast craft ng Maritime? I was able to board a Maritime fast craft from Zamboanga to Jolo. 2 oras lang po ang travel time. Ito from Basilan to our area where the boat sank, it took them 3 hours. This is totally unacceptable para sa akin. Sayang, kawawa, marami sanang nasave pa na buhay. And then ngayon, despite the sufferings of the victims and their loved ones, ang dami pa rin missing na hindi pa rin nare-recover. So again, dito ako naiinis talaga. Ang bilis ng Philippine Coast Guard mag-public statement. Ang bagal-bagal naman kumilos. Ano ba ito? Pagandahan na lang ng script, pagandahan ng narrative. Nag-post sila. Ito pa, this is something that is insulting to us already. They are rubbing insult to our injury. Nag-post po kaninang umaga ang Philippine Coast Guard at sinasabi, actual search and rescue operation going on. Pero yung picture nung tiningnan namin, hindi man ito area ng Basilan, hindi ito area ng Balok-Balok Island. Until marami na mga nagko-comment, ito daw training yata, search and rescue training operation doon somewhere sa Zambales. Eventually, tinanggal ito ng Philippine Coast Guard yung post na ito. Nag-post din yung mayor ng Zamboanga City at sinasabi, the divers of Philippine Coast Guard and Marina ba yun? Philippine Navy yata, are now in Balok-Balok Island. Meron po kaming kasama na nandoon, naghahanap ng kanilang family members. Wala namang rescue team doon, wala namang search and rescue team doon, walang divers doon. Few minutes later, naglabas ang GMA7 ng balita kararating pa lang pala ng search and rescue divers. Sabi ko, ano ba ito? Bakit nauuna pa yung public statement kaysa yung aksyon ng Philippine Coast Guard? Stunt na? Media stunt na lang ba ito? Mas mahalaga ba yung media stunt kaysa buhay ng mga pasahero, buhay ng mga biktima? Hanggang ngayon po ay nagpipighati pa rin ang mga kamag-anak ng mga missing passengers na yon. I hope the PCG and other authorities should be sensitive enough gawin naman ng prompt ng maaga yung kanilang trabaho.